Okay, so jagged arrays. Most of the time, we've been dealing with arrays that look like matrices, right? We've been dealing with stuff that look like this, like an int array, int array. Although I should point out that this notation as well, I believe it's valid as well in Java for some reason. So you can put your brackets pretty much wherever you need to. I like to put them here because my k is equal to a new array, new int, and then the brackets are like here. This would create a 5 by 2. That would mean that basically we have this would create a new array of both zero, a bunch of new array of arrays or matrix essentially for our purposes. That 5 rows and 2 columns. So something like this, right? That we could visualize. Although in reality, the way it looks is that we've got one array over here, another array over here, another array over here, another array over here, right? It's an array of arrays. And technically what's stored in them is the memory location, here's the memory location of the first array, the memory location of the second array, memory location of the third, fourth, and fifth. And really there's nothing preventing us, except from like the way we did our declaration, from doing a jagged array, right? Having a bunch of different arrays. So we could say, there's nothing stopping you from going like this. Let's create a 2D array that looks something like this. 1, 2, 3, 0, 2, 5, right? So this is an array where this is a 2D array. The first row has 3 elements in it. The second row has 1 element in it. And the third row has 2 elements in it. Okay, that's weird. It doesn't really come up, but basically if you're reading a file of numbers and a bunch of numbers have, a bunch of lines of different, numbers in them, that can come up. So how would we actually do this? Can we initialize this in some other way? Right? It also happens when we do something like this. You can say, hey, this is a new int. And that gives us, let's go ahead and make sure that works, by the way. Okay, so what's that? So I had to re-record that because apparently it didn't capture everything I did, but I wrote here. So first line, this is how you create an array that you might want to make jagged. The first way is just by, using you can always do it by using this kind of notation. First array, second array inside the inside this array. But we can say we want 5 rows of unknown length. Okay, the row at index 0, it's got 2 elements. The row at index 1 has 6 elements. The row at index 2, well, it's got the same memory location. What we're doing is we're taking the memory location of the array at index 0 and sorting it in the memory location of array at index 2. So these now have the same memory location. They're the same array, essentially. So that means when we change the element in 1, so we'll change the item at, so we change the row at index 0, its first element to 5, it's index 1 to 5, that's going to change this one as well because they're the same array. And this one is an array with 1 element. So we run this, and we see that we get 0, 5. So we get a 2-element array, a 6-element array, a 2-element array, a 1-element array, and null because we didn't assign anything for the row at index 4. And that 5 and 5 over here were chained by a single line over here because they're the same array. It's worth mentioning that this doesn't come up much, but it's something you should know about.